Welcome back to Immortal Empires. Today we're playing some Luthor, and as you can see on the map here, last episode we managed to conquer quite a bit of land. I believe we're coming down here actually. We're currently running from Rakarth, just going through his lands and taking everything that we see. Our Haunter actually has an upgrade here. Good old Timmy the Haunter. Let's go ahead and give him bonus versus infantry, why not? There we go. Very nice indeed, starting off the episode with an upgrade. So, carrying on from last episode, I think we need to keep going south because I want to take out these high elves for all of the times they've taken my settlements. So what can we do here? Let's go to say here, just so we're not in their land, and then let's try digging. Treasure hunt failed, okay. I really don't think it's possible to find new treasure maps, you know. It's I've been trying it in my Aranesta campaign, I've been trying it in Luthor, and it just seems to not be working out. Oh yeah, the Empire declared war against us. I forgot about this. We also have Adley up here. She has our second army. She also got an upgrade. Let's see, what can we get her? Arsonist, fire resistance and missile strength. Poacher doesn't seem that good. Smuggler, campaign movement range seems nice. Or Forger. I think I'm torn between Smuggler and Arsonist. That fire resistance could be very nice, as well as the missile strength for carronades and mortars, as well as Queen Bess. But let's be honest, Queen Bess is going to be in Luthor's army. Oh, it's hard. Campaign movement range, well, let's get the fire resistance. I love it. We all do. Right, let's get some missile resistance as well. Oh wow, and the ability to cause terror. Let's go. Plenty of upgrades here. Can she attack and take this settlement this turn? She might be able to. In fact, let's go ahead and look at Raise Dead. Do we have any really powerful units that could assist us? Wow, that's quite the selection. Oh, who do we want? We could get some more gunpowder units, honestly. I feel like gunpowder and their armor piercing. Let's go ahead and get 4 more of those. And I'll tell you what, let's actually go and get... We need some melee. Let's get an animated Hulk. There we go. I think for now we can definitely win this, right? A valiant defeat? Really? No way. That's actually really interesting terrain. There's a lot of trees, but so many choke points that you can take advantage of here. Interesting. We could take full use of this choke point on the top right as well. Imagine the amount of gunpowder we could get off through here. Although I guess line of sight is a problem. For now, I think let's just play it safe and encircle them. I think that's the safe option. We're not taking attrition, so that's fine. If we go down here, we have 1.8k gold. I don't think we can do anything with that. Let's go ahead and check our diplomacy. Is there anything to be had here? Zinch wants a peace treaty. Do I care about Zinch? Where is he? He's all the way over here, right? Yeah, we're not even going to be fighting him anytime soon. Maybe I should just take that, because... Actually, no, who's he at war with? No, he's at war with Tomb Kings and Vampires. I don't want to lose relation with them. There we go. We can build something over here. Let's get some resources. No. What about in the Awakening? Of course, 6 turns, and we do have our Ancient Vault. Of course, we need that as a victory condition. Maybe we just repair this. Yeah, let's go ahead and repair that. We can still build. Really? I don't think there's anything I want to build here right now, so let's just go ahead and end our turn. We also have damaged buildings down here. Of course we do. Let's go ahead and repair them as well. Settlement lost. Axolotl. Who did we lose it to? Wait, these guys... No, it's not these guys. Oh, these lizards in the south here have really started to expand. Okay. That's fine. Now we've got a big army at least, and we are coming north to deal with them. The Skaven not doing a good job as our ally there to hold their land. I'm surprised they're still alive actually. They have been struggling just as much as us with the likes of Gorok until we wiped him out. Let's go ahead and take this settlement. There we go, that's going to be an auto-resolve. Executioner's Axe. -5 melee attack, but gives us sundering attacks and plus 20% melee strength. That might actually be worth using on Luthor. We will go ahead and occupy this. And we have secured the province now. Let's give the enemy minus campaign movement range. There we go. Just because Rakarth is trying to chase us. Luthor getting a level up here. What's max level? Is it 40? I think so, right? And it looks like we were going down his red tree. I thought I already had some of these. I'm confused. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get that extra melee defense for our depth guard units. Very nice. And our gunnery white here also gaining a level up. Let's see, we could get enhanced ballistics, plus 60 accuracy and reload skill. Let's go ahead and get that. Very nice. So what can we do with Luthor? That's quite a small army. Let's go this way and try to dig again. Yeah, no luck. Maybe one day it will work, although I don't think that's how it works. So we are inflicting attrition on the enemy here. Maybe the result has changed now. It's still a valiant defeat. Okay, let's just keep encircling them, honestly. There we go. There's no rush here, I guess. We have plenty of time. Let's go ahead and check our diplomacy. I don't think anything's gonna be different yet. Nothing too different there. We do have 1.8k gold that we can spend. Let's see. I would love to build a defensive building here, honestly. So maybe we just save our gold and wait for the 2k. But let's go ahead to our next turn here. Rite of Awakening performed. So a Slan Mage for the Lisbon over here. But that's fine. They are nowhere near us. Wow, just look at the map here. This is not even, I mean, I think this is like, what, about half of it? Yeah, absolutely crazy how big it is now. Of course, this is basically Warhammer's 2 map, but with an expanded Lustria. I really do like Lustria now. I like what they did with it. But let's get back to Luthor. Where is he? There he is. We can go down to here and take this settlement. There we go. In fact, let's... no, diplomacy was the wrong button. Here. How many more? We need to occupy, loot, raise or sack 12 more settlements. And then, of course, once we've built the Ancient Vault, we will have achieved short victory conditions. Let's go ahead and take Dusk Peaks here. It's going to be a decisive victory. Very nice. Of course, we will go ahead and occupy this. There we go. The High-Ups do have an army here. It's not a very big one. Melwyn is actually to the north with a full stack. So it looks like we're going to be able to take out his 2 settlements at least. Vampire Fleet Captain getting a level up. Let's see, we were leveling her magic, weren't we? Are we basically done with this now? I think so. Let's go ahead and max her replenishment. That is always useful here. And we don't really need a replenishment here. So let's go ahead. Let's try digging again. Yeah, treasure hunt failed. Okay. I'm going to have to check the wiki. I don't think you can find more treasure maps by just randomly digging. Adley up here. It's still a valiant defeat, but they are ticking down. We'll just carry on encircling them. It's fine. There's really no rush for that battle. Let's go ahead and check out diplomacy again. Yeah, nothing worth it here. So I guess we could level this, but isn't it better to level this province up here? Even though we did lose Axolotl, let's go ahead and get some defense, just to try and slow down their advance, I guess. We have 1.4k gold. We could build down in Quetzal. It's not worth it, really. Maybe it's we could build defense. It's still tier 1, so that's not going to happen. We have the dwarfs here as well with a 4 stack, so that's kind of scary. Hopefully they don't march north to save the lizards here. But that looks like all we have for this turn, so let's go ahead to the next one. Settlement besieged. Who's besieging us here? It's Rakarth, that's fine. Clan Squire there with a Plague Priest. Okay. And the Rite of Sotek performed. Ah, that's really annoying. We're going to be now suffering attrition when we go into their lands. Yeah, oh, I don't know how many turns that lasts for. Luckily, we still have targets to the south that we can deal with. Let's go and attack the Citadel Dusk. A valiant defeat. Oh, I suppose it's all those ranged units, right? Let's just build like this and continue siege. They should march out. If they march out, then I think that's an easy win for us. So yeah, we just have to play the patient game there. If we go back to Adley, okay, we can get a Pyrrhic victory here now, and we only lose 3 crap units. So let's go ahead and do that. And we got another Wand of Jet. I see. We will go ahead and occupy this. Ah, it's red inhabitability though. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. We should have maybe just raised it instead. Faction destroyed. Wow, a lot of pop-ups there. So that's one less lizard to have to worry about. Adley getting a level up. We could... Oh, look at this. Plus 8% hit points is very nice. And she's only lost 2 units, actually. Let's just go ahead and get some more gunpowder. There we go. And... we need some infantry. one unit on the front line. That's fine, right? It works. So, how many settlements is that now? Another 10. Maybe we can do that this episode. If we come up through here, like that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-ish. Adley could come north and take some Empire lands. How many turns do we have on the Vault? 3 turns on the Vault. We could level up Poxmarsh. Let's go ahead and do that. And we will check our diplomacy. You never know, there could be the rare chance that something changes. Sadly, not this turn. So let's go ahead to the next one. Or we can... Ah, the Sacred Pools. We need something with control, really. +5 control, there we go. That should help. Just because we do lose control here, because it's uninhabitable. It's a magic forest.
Wealth for my coffers, or souls for my crew.
Noctilus has ended their non-aggression pact with us. Interesting. Supplies adrift. The sight of wrecked ships is nothing new for seasoned pirate, but this particular one heralds a welcome surprise, packed to the kill with brand new weapons, armor and gunpowder. This ship's cargo hold is several times the size of our own. However, some supplies will have to be left behind. What should we loot from the ship? Let's get the plus 20% range for missile infantry units, and plus 5% reload time reduction for missile infantry units. All armies as well. Fill them with lead. That would definitely help Adley's army for sure. And new technology. Raise me hearties, rise. Plus 10 casualty replenishment rate. Very nice. Let's open up the tech tree. What else can we get down here? Vampiric corruption could be nice. Attribute. Don't really want a banner. Missile resistance, spell resistance, speed, charge bonus, physical resistance, for Necrofex Colossus could be nice. Upkeep minus 10% for animated hulks, bloated corpse, sirens, rotten Prometheans, Mongols, rotting Leviathans and Necrofex Colossus. That could actually be really nice, as well as minus 1 recruitment time. In fact, let's go ahead and get that, and then maybe we'll get ship's carpenter. That does look like a good technology to go for. Has this result changed? A Pyrrhic victory, but we lose a lot of our units, so let's just carry on the siege, honestly. I'm not interested in losing those units that I said we were going to lose. Adley up here is still replenishing, not very much though. Maybe we would replenish more if we marched to Chak. There we go, a lot more replenishment here. So we'll just wait a few turns for her to replenish. If we go over to the Awakening here, 2 more turns for the Vault. Very nice. Let's check out diplomacy. Not too much going on right now, but I do sense the end of the campaign is drawing close. Of course, on Friday we will be starting a new series. It looks like it's going to be Krokgar, because he's winning the vote at the moment. But for now, let's go ahead to our next turn here. Oh, okay, it's a settlement garrison. Yeah, that's fine. We don't really care if he takes these back, because we're literally just coming through for the victory conditions now, so auto-resolve is fine here. So a new Slam Mage here. Oh, that might be Oxylotl actually, right? I think Oxylotl was down here. We shouldn't have to worry about him. That's fine, because we're almost done now. And there is a Dark Elf Ambusher to the north. That's also fine. Settlement looted. 2,000 gold. And we also lost a settlement. That's all good and fine. None of this should matter. Melwyn is coming south though, so we might have to take this settlement sooner rather than later. The Lord here of the army did leave the settlement, so that helps. Be the best. A recent clutch of reports regarding ill discipline in the lower ranks is cause for concern. Clearly, clods are being hired. This has to stop. Recruitment costs have risen accordingly, but new recruits begin 2 ranks higher. So plus 25% recruitment cost for all armies faction right there. But plus 2 recruitment ranks. So actually, it's kind of okay. We're not going to be doing any recruitment, so that's fine. If we go in here now, it's a close victory and we don't lose any units. So we will go ahead and do this. Of course, we will occupy this. And a new trait, plus 4 leadership when laying siege or encircling. Very nice. Luthor, I think, here, getting a level up. He did indeed. That's level 36 now. Let's go ahead and get this final rank of held together by screws. So now we have plus 6 leadership for zombie pirate deckhand mob and depth guard units, as well as plus 6 melee defense. That's working quite nice there. Our gunnery white also has a level up. Let's go and get shark bait, so plus 5% hit points, plus 4 melee defense. And our haunter also leveling up. Let's go across here. We can get him some more melee defense so he can last longer in battle. There we go. We can also... Should we get the growth? I think we should just use the enemy movement range, minus 20%. Just because we're being chased a lot here. Our army should replenish fine here. Melwyn's coming south. I think we can defeat this army. It might be a manual fight, but I think for sure we can defeat that. Adley here should be ready to go. We'll wait one more turn for replenishment actually. And then she can march north here. In fact, they don't actually have that big of a garrison. So we could take... we can't force march. Okay. If we go here, are we still in friendly territory? Here. Maybe this is a good compromise. Yeah, we're still getting good replenishment and then we can attack this next turn. If we go ahead and check our diplomacy here. I don't think anything has changed. Yeah, nothing's changed here. Cinch want the peace treaty again, but we won't do that because then the vampires and tomb kings will hate us. So over in the awakening, one more turn and then we have the ancient vault. So that, I think that means Luthor will then unlock his magic, right? Let's go ahead and upgrade Slacks to tier 3 vote. And for now, let's go ahead to our next turn. Hi everyone, so you join me a few turns later. In fact, for me it's the next day. I actually had to record this episode in 2 parts. Now, we have skipped a few turns just because in the recording you could hear some background noise from my neighbours and such, so I edited out as much as I could, but sadly there was a few turns there where it just wasn't possible to really hear me because of the background noise. But in short story, or a long story cut short, not even a long story, we did make our way down the coast. We captured this province and we did go ahead and capture Melwyn's 2 settlements. However, I did just notice, he did have another one here, but the lizard men have also taken that. So somewhere I believe is an army belonging to Melwyn that we need to look out for. He's probably laying in ambush somewhere here, I imagine. And then up to the north, we did take the Sacred Pause. I'm not sure if I recorded that. I'll see when I'm editing. And then we were taking Adley just up here because the Empire did send a 4 stack to defend this part. So, without further ado, I guess let's just crack on with the episode. Let's check our diplomacy for this turn. I don't think we have anything there. Oh, there was a peace treaty, but I think that's just Cinch. So if we go to our buildings, Luthor can upgrade his ship. But we want to upgrade these buildings first. We have 3.9k. Is there anything we can build in the Awakening? We can upgrade we can't. Oh no, we can upgrade this to get rotting Promethean. So we'll go ahead and do that, and then let's just end our turn here. Okay, the Beastmen raids. The herds of chaos are active. The Beastmen emerge from the forests and raid your more isolated settlements, bringing ruin and taking captives. Buildings damaged in Itza. Okay. Rakarth is catching up to us as well. That's fine. If we take a look at our objectives here, what are they? We need another 9 settlements. There we go. There is attrition now in these lands. However, we can reach the Mangrove Coast this turn. So let's go ahead and take this one. There we go, a decisive victory there with no casualties. Or low casualties, sorry. We'll go ahead and occupy this. And let's see. Luthor did in fact get a level up. Very nice. We can get another rank up in Reanimated Marksman. No one else got a level up. Okay. And yeah, there we go. We'll fully heal this turn. So we're going to make our way up through these lands. Rakarth is just following us. Oh, there's Melwyn's second army. Okay, that's a very tiny stack. That's not going to be able to do anything. Now, if we go up to the north here, Adley can't reach this turn. But if we just keep marching, no one's here. So in fact, I think we can afford to force march a bit closer. There we go. Luthor here. We're not going to dig with him because I do need that replenishment, I feel like. So, let's go all the way up to the Awakening. Can we build it? Yeah, we could build in Pox Marsh. In fact, let's get some defense. I don't want to lose Pox Marsh again. It's been too many times now. We will go ahead and end our turn. There we go. Settlement looted. Okay. But he did go ahead and occupy that as well. And this Skaven faction has performed a scheme of doom. A special warlock engineer has been summoned, capable of causing a powerful earthquake in an enemy settlement. And another settlement besieged, the Golden Colossus. Okay, the Empire coming down the coast as well. That's fine, they'll have Rakarth to tend with. And of course another Wat Fails. And another Slam Mage Priest. So I think we're down to 101 factions now, almost at the 100 mark point. We could take it to 7 Sentinels, right? Wow, that's quite the garrison. We can take it though. I mean, look at our army here. So it might not be an auto resolve, it might be a manual battle. Okay, it's going to be a manual battle. So, without further ado, let's get straight into let's check the terrain first. Just in case, I want to make sure I can have at least a good angle here to attack from. It's a high elf settlement, right? Okay, I think we could make something work here. So let's go ahead and fight this one manually here. So here we go. We are finally starting the siege here as we see Luthor flying in the background. Queen Bess firing as well as our Necrofex Colossus. The auto resolve here making the battle seem quite a bit harder than I think it will be. Our Carronades there losing a unit already. We've already destroyed a tower actually. This tower also about to go down. This Carronade unit really taking the blunt of the hits. Our Gunnery White there was thinking maybe that they could go and take a few hits, but the other tower is down now, so the artillery are free to fire into the settlement. As we see Luthor here flying straight into battle as he always does. I think he got a breath attack off over here on this Ferostegodon. Of course, a very dangerous unit. And now he's flying in to deal some damage to this. I think that's our Vampire Fleet Captain there, about to summon a Kraken spell. Very good timing, pulling all of the enemies into Luthor. As we get a nice close-up here of his Terrorgeist chomping down on the lizard. I think that's a Saurus unit there. Hard to tell with all the tentacles. There we go. As we see a massive debuff. There we go, we can finally see the enemy. The blue eyes of the Terrorgeist there. Now indeed is a Saurus unit. So Luthor charging into battle as he always does. Behind her, the gate has finally broken. We have our Haunter along with our Vampire Fleet Captain on her Rotting Promethean mount coming in to join the battle. And they're taking on a unit of Croxagors, doing quite good initial damage there. Vampire Fleet Captain summoning some Rotting Prometheans as she often likes to do. Of course, I really do like these units. I never really used them in Warhammer 2, but Warhammer 3, I'm definitely liking them. The summon spell is very strong, so I can only imagine what the normal unit is like. Anyway, so those should be dealing with the Croxagor fine. In fact, yeah, if we look at the health of the Croxagor, they are doing okay. Over here, we see Luthor almost dealing with this, as we see a wind spell being cast off here by our Vampire Fleet Captain. We've seen the damage that this one could do. Just look at the health melt away there. Didn't hit a lot of the enemies, but the ones it did hit did a ton of damage. And now Luthor here attracting aggro of the nearby Saurus. He should be dealing with them absolutely okay. If we look in the background here, you can see that we do have our deck gunners and depth guard here, but I wanted to keep them back initially just so we're not committing too much friendly fire with our artillery. The Rotting Promethean summon there expiring in the background, but it looks like that Croxagor unit is retreating there. So our Vampire Fleet Captain and our Haunter doing good work, and Queen Bess dealing a ton of damage. Wow, that's why I didn't want the depth guard in here just yet, because imagine if we had depth guard there, that could have been quite a bit of friendly fire being dealt. Luthor basically still at max health. Of course, I believe he does have that regeneration. Our Haunter and Vampire Fleet Captain also have a potion of healing, so that's very nice for them as well. As we look here, you just see the bodies of the Saurus littering the floor. And now Luthor changing his focus, I believe, to this unit of javelins over here. The Stegodon here still hasn't really engaged us for some reason. And deciding still not to engage to help out his fellow units there. In the background, you can see our Vampire Fleet Captain summoning her second lot of Rotting Prometheans, and now we finally see the Stegodon get into battle with Luthor and our Haunter, as we see the battle of beasts here taking place. Oh, I love this about the Warhammer Total War games. So much variety in the units, and here we just see two factions. It's really incredible what they've done with the series. So the Stegodon there is almost being dealt with in the background. You can see our Vampire Fleet Captain and Haunter also dealing very well with the unit. As we see some Cold One Riders now deciding to join the battle in the background. The Stegodon there, leadership is wavering as we see another Kraken spell. And in fact, we're now summoning some magic on the Stegodon. This is our army ability. It does very good damage to single entity units. As we see it should come crashing in soon. Oh, I think it already has. The animation's a little bit different in the battle, I believe it was. As we come over here, our Rotten Prometheans have expired, but our Vampire Fleet Captain dealing with these enemies extremely well. In the background, our Haunter and Luthor still dealing with the enemy. They do have some Pterodon Riders, but they're not doing too much damage. As you see, Queen Bess crashing down. The balance of power now definitely in our victory, in our favor there, sorry. And if we turn around, you can now see some deck gunners deciding to come to the settlement. Now that we've freed up this entrance, maybe we can move them in here. In fact, that's where I put them, yes. So they should be able to get some shots on the enemy, but a lot of enemies now deciding to retreat in mass. Just the Cold One Riders really here deciding not to retreat. So we shall see if a victory is on the horizon. As we go over here, the Haunter still trying to do damage to the Stegodon, and now Luthor coming over to help deal with the Cold One Riders. The Vampire Fleet Captain though summoning a Kraken. That's dealing with the enemies, and a Queen Bess shot just to make sure. And now these units definitely are retreating. Over here it very much looks like the same. We just have a unit of Saurus warriors with shields here, as well as a normal unit of Saurus warriors. But other than that, the enemy seems to be in full retreat. Our artillery still crashing down though, doing very nice damage. Our deck gunners now entering the settlement. We're also bringing in our depth guard just in case we need them. Of course, it's a bit safer now that the enemy aren't so close. And there you see the carronade firing in a shot. Luthor going into battle. And I believe that was the sound of victory there. Or the towers just got destroyed. Unless, actually I think that was us capturing the gate, as we're about to see another Kraken spell go off. When we look at the health pool of this unit, it's absolutely destroyed. And there we go. We finally see everyone retreat from battle, and there go all the enemy's defenses. That should be a decisive victory there. So a decisive victory there. Queen Bess doing a lot of damage to the enemy. Our heroes as well, and Luthor of course getting plenty of kills. Luthor quite strong now with all of his combat upgrades. But yeah, that was quite an easy siege, definitely compared to the auto-resolve there. So let's get back to the campaign map now. There we go, so 7k XP, a mighty amount there, as well as another 1k gold. Of course, we're going to go ahead and occupy this. That's very nice actually. We're going to be fully regenerated to take these other settlements. And Luthor getting to rank 39. We will see if rank 40 is the max level. In my head, for some reason I have 50 in my mind. I'm not sure what it is though, but we maxed out reanimated marksman there. Our vampire fleet captain also gaining a level up. Now I think we have her magic sorted, right? Yeah, we do. So let's see, what else can we get here? We could give her just some hit points. Maybe some missile resistance would be good actually, because she is on a rotting Promethean now, so she's an easier target. Noob Firewalker also got another level up. We can give him utility belt, so minus 15% cooldown to Crackle Through and Pyromaniac. Very nice. Plus 1 uses for both of them as well. So let's go ahead and get that for when he does get in close quarters combat. And our Haunter, we could give him missile resistance. However, I think the extra melee defense is going to help him more because he's, yeah, he's not too much of a missile target, I don't think. And right now he's doing very tanky. Of course, we do have a potion of healing on him as well, which helps a ton. So Luthor has spent his movement this turn. So now let's go up to Adley, and she still can't reach this. Okay. Wow. I think we just have that many movement range buffs on Luthor. I kind of forget what normal movement range is. If we go back to the Awakening, Poxmarsh can go to tier 3 now, so let's go ahead and do that. Never again shall we lose this. And Skaven Corruption is... yeah, we don't have Vampire Corruption up here anymore, or down here. In fact, there's very few places that we have Vampire Corruption now. Okay. It would be cool, like Skaven, where you have the button to check a map of this Skaven Corruption. It would be cool if you could have that for like the others as well, actually. It just popped in my head. But that seems like all we can do this turn, so for now, let's go ahead to the next one. The Great Incantation of Kassar performed, and Curse of the Bountiful Treasure has now expired. So let's go ahead and activate that again. There we go, get some instant gold in the bank. Very nice. And I did see that there was a high elf army down here. There we go. Yeah, we don't have to worry about them. That's absolutely fine. We can reach this settlement this turn. That's good. So let's go ahead and do this. Luthor has a ton of movement range. Decisive victory there. There we go. That's what we like to see. Of course, we're going to occupy this. We're absolutely storming through these lands now. Let's do the enemy movement range minus 20%. There we go. Although Carp's not chasing us anymore, I still think it's quite a nice one to get. Luthor reaching level 40. So I think level 50 is the max level now. So let's go down here. Let's get the Avashtier. That was terrible pronunciation. Sorry. So plus 25% base weapon damage, plus 25% armor piercing weapon damage, and plus 8 leadership for all our allies in range. Very nice indeed. So, Luthor is going to go probably north next turn to attack marks of the old ones. I just saw something dancing in the background there. There we go. How many more settlements do we need? 6. Okay, so Adley can attack this turn. That's a valiant defeat, really. Okay, we'll just encircle that. I think Luthor's going to have to come north and take most of these, to be fair. So we go over to the Awakening now. We can upgrade our port for 6k, or we can upgrade our defense for 6k. Let's go ahead and upgrade the defense first. We do have a mighty garrison there now. And yeah, because I just don't ever want to lose the Awakening, really. That would suck. That being an understatement, of course. And I think that's all we have time for this turn. So, or all we can do this turn, sorry. So let's go ahead to the next turn. There we go, so enemy killed in battle and Citadel of Dusk have been obliterated. Very nice. The savage blow here. Many conflicts are won or lost on the strength of the first vicious charge. Men are sent flying from the battlefield, often in pieces, even before the savagery of melee begins. A well-timed charge shatters enemy morale as well as bodies. Blood and sweat may coat the victors, but victory is always painted in colours such as these. Those at the head of the charge seek ever greater thrills, even more bloodshed. As the battles become bigger, the body counts grow higher, and the trickles of blood become ever-flowing rivers of red. So, plus 20 charge bonus for all armies of all factions. Very interesting, but sadly, that's all I have time for this episode. Because I've had to record it over 2 days. Today is literally the day I'm uploading it, so we've only got like 4 or 5 hours. So, thank you for watching, guys. I think one more episode, and then we will be done with this Luthor campaign. So, would you like to see me start the Lizard campaign as soon as this one's done and keep 3 series going? Or would you like me to wait until one of my other campaigns is done and just do 2 at the same time? Let me know below. It's I've been experimenting, trying to find a balance between 2 or 3 series here. But anyway, thank you for watching. I will be back tomorrow with another episode. See you then.